recording. Hey, I'm recording here. Hey, Copernicus, I'm recording here. Hey, I'm not doing so well. Domino's is taking my job. Here's your pizza. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Welcome everybody to You Don't Have to Be Right podcast. How are you doing?
Better leave that whole Copernicus stuff in there.
Hey, I don't know what you're saying. All right. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. How are you, Aaron?
I'm great, and I'm here to tell you this is episode 7 of this shit show.
Holy shit! 7.
Well, that's amazing, and we're at the point where we are stopping to prepare for it and all that stuff. So every week we'll get a little more interesting.
Oh
and a little more
God,
wrong.
it's just gonna get unhinged.
And then we'll move into the era where we over prepare, and then it will just be we'll find a middle ground eventually. Because eventually we're gonna do stuff. I have like ideas to prepare for things, but like we both kind of been busy. Or you've been busy, and you've been busy, and I have ADHD, so I forget to tell you, like, hey, I have this idea for the podcast, and then, but the time I think about actually telling you, it just disappears into the ether.
That's fair. You want some metrics on how our podcast is doing?
Oh boy, is this gonna be another self-promo unhinged episode? Let's go. Let's get some metrics, buddy.
No, it's interesting to me. So, over the last 30 days, we've had 7,000 impressions. 7,024. I still don't know what impression. We've had 33 plays though. It's pretty cool.
That's crazy. That's good. That's good for 7 episodes of no one paying attention to anything.
Exactly. I don't even know where I am right now. So, you know. Oh God. Anyway, so how's your week been? We've last joined up here.
Well, it's been a week. You know,
Has it really?
Yeah, we both like did a party, and we're at a party on a Saturday, and like there was, I guess, a party was like it was our roommate's birthday, so we both did that.
Oh,
we
okay.
both did that.
Yeah, I was like,
we did the Hot Ones challenge together.
We did the Hot Ones challenge. Everybody made the Hot Ones challenge. I was actually quite surprised. I thought that no.
Well, no, Riz didn't technically. Riz bailed.
Oh well.
Yeah,
almost everybody did.
Almost everyone who matters, right? She doesn't matter. She's not in the room right now. She can't make fun of me.
That's fair. That's very fair.
But no, it was I think I felt it more day 2 than day 1, I'll just say.
I honestly legitimately didn't feel it after eating it.
That's I'm really happy for you.
I am too, because I remember the first time we did it, I felt it for ooh. But no, actually I really enjoyed the hot sauce. It was actually really good.
There's some good flavors in this season.
Oh yeah. I mean
the bomb was even a little. The remix of the bomb was actually a little better, honestly.
It had more flavor, but it was still just hot to be hot.
Yeah,
and I hate.
Yeah,
bullshit is what it is.
Speak of the wonderful person. There's nothing weird happening here. But no, yeah, we did that. We've had some stuff. I think the biggest thing that I've been noticing is the darkness is starting to hit me a lot. It's this. I'm diagnosed with seasonal whatever depressive nonsense, sad, and I'm starting to feel it, Mr. Krabs. Now this week I was like, oh man, this sucks.
Yeah, I feel that.
This sucks. Everything sucks, and
it all sucks. You suck. I suck. We all suck.
I hate all of you. No, it's I'm starting to feel it, and it's just like it's been a couple years now, and then it's like, all right, gotta start doing stuff. Gotta start making sure curtains open when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah,
look at the sun and shit. It's getting a little wild out there.
Yeah,
but it's that's kind of been my week.
Yeah,
you worked yesterday.
I did work. I got to fight a car fire.
Oh, that's fun. Did you just let it burn?
Oh,
okay.
Why would we let it burn?
Well, I think a lot of like at least with electrical cars, I've heard that fire departments are more just letting them burn now if it's contained and stuff.
Oh no, this was not an electrical car. So we fought it.
Was it fun?
I mean, it's firefighting. Sucks that someone lost their car, but no one lost their life, so
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Those are wins.
That's a win.
For
I'll
those
take a
reminding
win.
of those who don't know, Wes is a volunteer firefighter at his hometown and does 24-hour shifts once in a while. So
And
if he's ever
just spent. Oh, I hate. I'm going to go on a little rant, and I'm going to preface this because I think nobody's going to blame my rant. And if you do, then you've got way too much money for your own good. So I am trying to cable manage my fucking mic really quick because it's annoying the shit out of whatever. So I am trying to become a professional firefighter, right? I'm trying to become a professional firefighter, and to do that, you need to take a test. You need to take a test, either the public safety test or the national test, and that's what fire departments usually pull their candidate pool off of. Guess how much I just spent yesterday to have the privilege to attempt to get an interview with, I think, 6 fire departments.
$300.
No, $650. $650 to try and take a test to get an interview. How much bullshit is that? Now, now, let me be clear. Sure, you need a test to get your general knowledge of stuff and all that, but it was one like, I think, county somewhere in California that said, "Oh, let's just give it to a firm that does this thing." And so they said, "Oh, okay, well, the firm's going to charge them X amount of dollars for this test." And then everybody was just like, "This is the greatest thing ever." Now these firms control it, and they go, "Oh, well, you want to come in and take our test for one department? That's $150. You want to take a physical ability test? That's almost $200. Good luck." It's just insanity, and I hate privatization of shit like this. It really, I don't know why, but it stems my whole, privatized healthcare. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that shit wonderful? I hate that shit. So I'm happy, but I'm pissed that I spent over $600 to take to receive the privilege of applying to a fire department. Isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? Just, oh my god. It's like someone going, "I don't want to gatekeep from this game, but..." Okay, so you are a gatekeeper. That's what you are. That's all they're doing, is gatekeeping from people who can't afford to pay it. It's bullshit. It's bullshit in my opinion. So, I don't know. There's my rant. There's my rant's over. Do with me as you will.
Okay?
No, I'm not. I just spent $650 on this bullshit. No, I'm not okay.
You good, buddy?
No!
You need a Snickers? You're not you and you're hungry.
I just had a salad.
I completely understand. We could go into the social economical nonsense of that, but that's we aren't here for that. But I understand. I completely get that. That's fucked up in a lot of ways there, bud. Because that's just
infuriating.
like, yeah, because it's like, it's definitely just a way to make it so only certain types of people can be a firefighter, which is wild because so okay, this reminds me of a sociology class I had in a long time ago about work, like prestige working, right? People, they can get away with charging $650 because being a firefighter has a sense of prestige with it, right? Even though it's a good paying job, but it's not the best paying job.
No.
But they can still get away with charging a shit ton of money because like every little kid would be like, "I want to be a firefighter when I grow up."
Yep.
and stuff like that. So they know there's a sense of prestige and like
how they got me.
Honor and stuff that goes with, to make people do it, so they can do that type of stuff. Can you imagine if they try to charge someone $600 to be a garbage truck driver?
Now, to be fair, garbage truck drivers make a lot of money.
So that's the opposite of this thing. There's this whole index of like in sociology about money payment to like prestige level, right?
Yeah.
So a garbage truck driver can maybe gets paid more than a firefighter. I honestly don't know the going wages on this stuff, but that's because the prestige of that job is just so much lower. It's like not like fun, and it's like so that's why like you could never do that.
So I'm not trying to be bullheaded-ish, but like I get there's prestige being a public servant, but at the same time you're a public servant. Like it's a job, right? I got
And,
into it because I get to drive big loud trucks that go flashy. But like people can volunteer and do that. Look at me. I get to
and
drive
I
big
would
drive
agree
trucks
with
and
you.
flashy.
I would agree with you in every type of public servant stance except firefighter.
I
Because
suppose.
firefighters, there's no like, besides like money and like laundering money or like inner workplace stuff. You've never heard of like a firefighter came to a fire and didn't put out the fire because he hated the people. Like you don't hear stuff like that. Like, you know, police officers can
Yeah.
get that. Other public servants can get that. Bus drivers did not do this, you know, like kind of thing.
Yeah.
But firefighters, you almost never hear it. It's like the one, you know, it's the one thing they got left. And then because of that, they're like, this firm's like, we can make money off that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they make money off of because they both of the places, national testing and public safety, they do fire, uh, excuse me, fire, corrections, police, any type of,
Corrections.
yeah,
Love
any
it.
any type of first responder work. It's basically you have to test through us to get it. It's just like,
I bet the corrections people don't have to pay 650
no,
bucks.
probably not. I bet you the police test's like $50. I
Well, it's
bet
also
you.
like crazy because like I'm very much a union guy and stuff, but it's so wild to me that if you want to if you want to try to be a Washington State ferry worker, you have to join the Longshoremen's Union. I believe it is.
I
And
think you're correct.
yeah, and you have, well, I don't have to be, but thank you. But
You don't have to be
but
right.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
But I believe that's like, at least last time I checked, it's like $150 to do that. And I don't think being a ferry, like a Washington State ferry worker is much of a prestigious job. So I think that's a huge barrier to entry on that one. Because to even apply, you have to join that union. But that union is very different. Longshoremen's union
right.
is
Well,
very
I
different.
mean, yeah,
Joining that union, technically you can try to get a job in a lot of places, but
yeah.
it's just weird that the ferry system is like a weird outcast of it kind of thing. So
Mm-hmm.
um
Yeah. It's just
yeah,
it's
stuff
just
like that.
insane. It's just like I don't mind paying for a testing fee, but here's the thing. They add the price up as you add more departments. It's the same fucking test. You don't take multiple tests. It's one fucking test. It's like, come on. Now you're just being a fucking asshole. Like, come on.
Is that the thing where you have to go upstairs and like
Yep.
be on your laptop and
Yep.
everything?
Yep.
Yeah, and I have to like tiptoe around the
Yep.
house or something, but
Yep. Yep.
so
It's just
it's a wild time for sure.
that's stupid. I fucking
I'm
hate
glad
it.
you had a
I fucking hate it. Anyway, but yeah, so we had a car fire. It was good. No one got hurt. So there you go. That's the extent of my excitement for this shift.
I like how you just said I had a car fire. It was good.
Yeah.
I guess the other thing we can talk about is just off the bat is schedule changes coming soon to the podcast. Because you're losing Tuesdays off your real job, right?
Potentially.
Oh, potentially. Okay, so that's never mind.
He sent, and my boss sent an email, and I said, well, I have these things, and he's like, oh, well, just let me know when you can work Tuesdays. So if I just never send that email, we'll see what happens.
Perfect. I like that idea.
Yeah, well.
So if suddenly the podcast has to change days, it's because someone told Jodo he had to send an email.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen, we're groovy.
Yeah, if it doesn't
forever.
happen, then he forgot about it, and that's fine. I'm good with that. But yeah, so that's that's how my 24 hours have been. I've been at the fire department. I've done absolutely one thing, and then I came home. So there you go. That's that. And then spent a whole bunch of money. But yeah, you know, it didn't even feel good. You know, retail therapy. This had none of that. It had the opposite effect of what retail therapy is. Yes, I'm still pissed about it.
What is retail therapy?
So some people use retail, like, so you get sad. You had an event happen which made you super sad. And you go, I'm going to make myself feel better. So you go and you buy something that makes you feel better, like a Lego or a new computer game or something like that. Retail therapy. It's a real
Okay, yeah.
thing.
When you're it's in retail therapy, you're spending your money to buy something to make yourself feel better.
That's
Got it.
correct.
Got
Yeah.
it. I understand that now. I didn't quite get what you're saying, and then I get that.
Yeah.
Retail therapy is a thing I've never. There's probably an official word for what that is,
Uh,
but it's the when it's in Park and Rec. They just said treat yourself.
yeah. Treat yourself. And I would definitely buy a full Batman uniform. Absolutely. Full Val Kilmer
I want you to
or
really bad.
Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton's Batman uniform. Absolutely.
Mike Keaton Batman. Is that your favorite Batman?
I think so. I
Think so?
genuinely
Okay.
think that Michael Keaton is my favorite Batman actor. I mean, don't get me wrong. The rest of I really like Val Kilmer. I love Adam West. He's just his hokey Batman was the best.
I have to look up what Michael Keaton looks like as Batman. Oh, yeah.
And then Christian Bale did a fine job. People give Batflack a really bad time, but I mean he did fine. He did a good job. Like Christian Bale did a good job at the dark gritty Batman side, where Ben Affleck did a good job with like the new age playboy. I really like Michael Keaton.
I have
What?
I have never heard anyone call it Batflack.
Really?
Never heard of
Okay,
that.
well, I call him Batflack
That's
all the time.
amazing. I love that. That's great.
But Michael Keaton did a really good job being the dumb playboy and then just being Batman. That's why he's my favorite, is because when he's Bruce Wayne, he's like, what? Oh, okay, that's how the real world works. And then when he's Batman, he's like, I'm gonna, bring justice upon you. Like Batman does.
There are peasants in the world? That's
Yeah.
wild. I'm a billionaire.
I would have to lump Adam West's TV show into a completely separate category though, because there is no instance in where I can't watch that. It's always
Wow.
oh yeah, the wham, ooh yeah, it's always the right time. It's always Adam West time. Now this is of course not talking about voice actors. My first Batman experience was the animated series. So I had Mark Hamill as the Joker, and I had Kevin Conroy as Batman. So whenever it's an animated Batman, Kevin Conroy, hands down. But live action, Michael Keaton. That's what I have to say about that.
Did Kevin Conroy pass away recently?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I think his last Batman appearance will be in the Suicide Squad game, if that ever releases.
Oh, really? Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah, he had a
'Cause they've
wonderful
definitely
voice.
had some of the movies have different actors in it already.
Yeah, he had a wonderful voice.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
But
yeah.
I don't know about you, but I kind of want to bring this up. I'm feeling a little superhero movied out, and like superhero TV showed out. I feel like
That was me 5 years ago, buddy.
Like- well, I guess after Endgame, I kind of is why I stopped. So
Oh yeah, God.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling like well, it's also you gotta realize with me, I played an MMO called Sea of Heroes, right? So I was in the superhero like sphere before it was cool, I guess. Like, and like so like now we've had the same batch of heroes for so long, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is why comic books fail. Well, comic books didn't fail, but this is why like
Yeah.
they fell off. I almost feel like in America because we just have
Yeah.
the same heroes.
I mean, I much prefer superheroes to be animated, in my personal preference. Like, I mean, look at My Hero Academia is a great thing. I never get tired of watching anything My Hero Academia. I've seen My Hero Academia about 5 to 6 times now. I just keep rewatching it.
It is a different take on heroes.
It is, and I actually really like it. Compare that to watching like the Marvel universe. I really like a lot of those movies, but it gets to the point where I'm like, yeah, I've seen Thor, I've seen Ragnarok, I love Ragnarok, but like, fuck, I'd rather watch something else right now. Seriously, like I don't know.
Oh yeah. I also think that like you're a sucker for what is it called, shonen storylines. It's the coming of a hero. becoming a hero storyline,
Oh
basically, right? I think
yeah.
you're a sucker for that.
What, so
And My
like
Hero
Bleach,
Academia is
My Hero
huge.
Academia,
Yeah,
Demon Slayer,
player. Yep,
Cowboy
all that
Bebop
kind
could
of stuff.
even be that, but it's not really. But I mean, Spike does become a hero. I mean, I
Mhm.
guess you could lump it into that. Yeah, I mean, but there's other ones that I've seen that haven't, like Revolutionary Girl Utna is not a hero. Girls in Panzer is not a hero.
That's different
Oh
though.
yeah, it is
That's
different.
tanks.
Yeah, it is tanks and it's great. God damn it.
You never watched Girls on Panzer. It is.
Yes, I have.
I'm no.
Oh,
I'm telling for
it sounds like you
the
watched
if
it
you
with me.
have it.
Don't mind
You know,
me.
there's more than just you and me and he. Like we have
Is there?
how many listeners did we have last month?
Is there?
If you haven't
Uh,
watched it, I highly encourage you to watch it. But when you watch it, you have to suspend disbelief for a little bit. It's very
mm-hmm.
funny though.
Yeah.
It's very much a funny thing. It's basically if I was going to give a synopsis of the anime, it is a school. It is like tanking if it was a school, and so there's a bunch of like tank squads, and they're all like like high school girls kind of thing, but they're all like, but each like school has its own thing. So like the main characters are kind of like their own thing, but like
Mm-hmm.
there's an American school, there's a French
Oh
school, and
my
there's a
God.
German
Yep.
school, and they all take all the personas of each country, like during a World War II, like kind of not World War II, but it's like they do like fake fights, like to practice
Yeah.
tankery, and like apparently becoming a tanker will teach you how to be a proper woman.
And
Which is just
why
like,
we don't know.
what?
We have no idea.
You have to suspend disbelief a little bit, like
Yeah.
I said.
I need to continue watching Chainsaw Man.
Only that's the thing we stopped on like a biggest cliffhanger.
I
We never
know, and
finished
it's
it.
really pissing me off. And then Blue Eye Samurai, that I seen half the first episode. My physical trainer was he, for whatever reason, has Netflix going while we're working out instead of music sometimes, and it switched over to Blue Eye Samurai, and it actually
Is it on
looked,
Netflix?
apparently it looks really good. Like, guy comes into bar, chops off hand, leaves. It was actually really good.
Yeah,
So
it's a Netflix thing. That's
yeah,
wild. Okay.
so it's something that you should definitely check out.
Apparently
It looks
has
very good.
George Takei as a voice actor.
I love George Takei. He is wonderful. Anyway, but yeah, so yes, I my animated give me heroes, because then we can do
You know
the
what?
craziest shit. What?
We should watch Invincible together because that's apparently like a hero
I don't know
show.
what
That's a
Invincible is.
it's based off a comic book of
Oh, is that the
like
one where it's like the guy killed? No, I'm not
the
interested in
fake
that.
Justice League.
I'm not interested in that.
No, I think it's interesting. Well, remember you have to remember the guy that does that isn't the main character.
That's fine.
That's the main character's dad, and so that's to set the premise of like, um, uh, that's to set the premise that like it's like Superman bad guy stuff, but it's like also like it's him trying to deal with like
I will give it a try. I will give it a try, but I preface this with I actually don't like a lot of gory shit. Now,
Okay.
saying that, I actually love Chainsaw Man. Weird, right? But what I'm saying is,
The art style Chainsaw Man does allow for a
yeah,
layer of
yeah,
disbelief. Like it's so
yes.
realistic, but it's also like very much.
So I won't watch movies just to have gore in it, if that makes sense. Like, I'll watch Saving Private
There
Ryan
wasn't
because it's
any
a
gore in it till the very end of the first.
no, I understand. I'm just making, my stance on it is that, like, Saving Private Ryan, like Band of Brothers, stuff like that, I will watch because it's a war film. Yes, there's going to be war casualties and whatnot, but they're not grotesquely flaying people alive type bullshit. Like, I don't watch movies to just watch gore. Now, if it's not that, it's a higher chance that I'll like it.
It seemed like the gore was there to like kind of show the savagery of the act and how much more like because they were all heroes of the like it's basically like if like it's the equivalent of Superman just killing everyone in the Justice League.
So
Basically.
Injustice.
Spoiler alert for the first episode of that show, by the
Yeah.
way. But like it's the equivalent of that, and so I think the gore was there to show the brutality of it, kind of right. He was able to kill them that easily. Like it was like
Yeah.
basically a bunch of nat 20 rolls of just death.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, it's I don't know how about the rest of it because I just literally just didn't watch anything after because I was like I should watch this with someone,
Yeah.
but
I'll try
I
it.
don't know.
I'll absolutely try it. I'll absolutely try it. This is what turned me off to Attack on Titan. That makes any sense?
I can understand with Attack on Titan. I've
Yeah.
watched a lot of Attack on Titan. I got turned off for other reasons, but
Mm-hmm. But and then there's other animes that do it really well, like Bleach did it very well. People get really fucked up in Bleach, but it's tasteful gore. Does that make sense? I think it's about the
it's
same thing
fighting
that
gore.
it's
That's
fighting
different.
gore,
It's
but
not like
it's about the same thing that Demon Slayer does. Is like people will lose appendages, lose hands, but they're not like, oh, my guts are spilling everywhere, and I just don't like that.
it's battles. It's battle
Yeah,
gore. I call it.
it's
Or it's
battle.
like it's not like the only time they're saying gore in anything is probably like the only time gore is acceptable is if it's showing like someone's rage. In my
Yeah,
opinion, like if it's showing like an emotion behind it and the gore is there because it's like, yeah, the hero slashed through them, but then he starts just beating the shit out of them with their weapon. There's
yeah,
gore there because
yeah.
the dude is so fucking pissed off. That's fine because that's
Yeah.
like you have to show that. But like,
Mm-hmm.
I think Vox Machina, the animated series, showed it with like I think the barbarian guy beat something to literally a pulp.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah. So.
So
Mm-hmm.
gore, man. Who would have thought?
Yeah, and it's the weirdest
Did
thing.
you ever watch to go to a different anime? We're gonna have to start watching things together again.
Okay. I'm.
Did you ever watch Bochi the Rock?
No, I don't even know what that is. Legitimately, don't even know what that is.
No, well, we're gonna have to watch it.
Okay.
It is the exact opposite of the type of anime we're talking about. It's about like a wallflower anime where like basically it's a girl who like does not know how to socialize at all, but
Okay.
in like her 6th grade middle school she wanted to play guitar, and so she learned to play guitar, and now we're in the like 2nd year of high school, or maybe it was 8th grade, yeah, 2nd year of high school now, and she wants to join a band but she can't.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just carrying this guitar around, and it's a anime based off of a 4 tile manga idea, which is normally just it's a gag manga. So it's just like it's a very thought out, funny anime based around this like 4 panel gag type stuff,
Cool.
and it's very very funny, very I highly recommend anyone watch it. It has the production value on it. It's if you've ever heard of an anime being carried by its production value, it does, because it's like there's literally like a puppet scene in the middle of it, like a hand puppet scene, and it does not break. Like I fell for it. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Puppets, sure, I believe it. It's just the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
It's good. We'll have to watch.
Shield Hero.
So yeah, we never finished watching the 2nd season
Nope.
of Shield Hero because I thought it fell off the rail. But apparently, there's already a 3rd season.
Well, yeah, no, we got to the point where we went to Rafaela's, or whatever her name is, city, or like folk.
Yeah, so the same reason I don't know how I'm gonna feel about watching My Hero anymore, and you're gonna have to literally drag me to do it. I don't like watching Shield Hero. Is I got spoiled by TikToks.
Why do you do this? Why do
I
you?
don't. No, you don't understand. Both times I've been ever spoiled by the TikToks. There's no spoiler warning. It's just literally it's like the person shows up and it's blah, 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 spoiler, and I'm like, other. I'm hearing myself through your mic, by the way. We need to adjust this. I'm hearing myself through Discord. I'm also yelling, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
Like it's just like instantly, I am
Question.
just found what
Question.
answer.
So, did you get spoiled the thing that I already know about?
Yes.
You're going to learn about it in the middle of this next season.
I'm sure of it. The Shield Hero thing,
That's fair.
found out a spoiler of it, and in my head I went, that's corny. And I instantly lost interest in the show because something I found out. So, but I don't know if it's just the YouTube, like when someone teaches you shows you something in 30 seconds, it can be corny. But when a show actually spends time building it up and showing it, it's not corny.
Yeah, I absolutely know what you're saying. But the My Hero thing, It's not gonna. I mean,
I mean, yeah. I'm more
I
mad about
figured it
that.
out. I figured it out by just,
Yeah, well, you did figure it out. Yeah.
you know, it kind of makes sense.
But I hate it because as like a person who was watching that show,
Oh yeah.
I forgot about the actual like. I feel like I don't want to talk about this anymore on the podcast because
Nope.
people are like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" But I'm like, we can't tell you what it
Nope.
is because it
Absolutely
would
cannot.
be like it's a
It'll
spoiler.
spoil the whole
So
show.
in anime, mangas are most of the time the base of it, but the manga is always ahead of the anime.
Yeah.
So sometimes the people of the manga are dicks or in their excitement and spoil the entire manga for all the anime people.
So don't research anything into My Hero if you're
So
actively
don't
watching
look
it.
at anything.
Don't do it. Whatever happened to Tack Up Destiny?
So that's probably never getting a second season, because it was
Oh,
based off of a
a game.
game, and the game flopped.
Oh fuck! I really liked that anime. I thought the
Yeah, it
concept was
was really
cool.
cool.
Yeah. Oh well.
And it was made by the same people who made it's made by people who made Attack on Titan and Chainsaw Man and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful anime to watch.
Oh, it's so gorgeous, and
It
the music's
somehow
great too.
it got 12 episodes, and
That's it.
that's it. It's not even finished. They didn't finish it.
That makes me sad. That legitimately makes me sad.
Yeah. As far as I know, it's not getting another season. Let me look at see if there is
Yeah.
for it.
But no, when is My Hero come? I'm going to research that because of
Yep, I was right. It's really dumb and sad. This is the first season was only to promote the game, and we're never gonna get another season.
course not. Why would we ever do that? Guess what? Guess what?
Is it
Late spring or summer?
Well, that's guesses. So, welcome to the anime portion of this podcast,
Oh,
where
yeah.
you find out me and Jodo are both huge weebs, and
It'll feature the Star and Stripe.
oh, that's right, the American hero. You're
Well,
so
we
excited about
already
that.
know. Oh God, I love it. Oh shit, I love how they named that as an arc. Oh God. Oh God. All right, yeah, I'm excited, dude. I was really happy with the last season of My Hero. They did a really good job.
You know, there's a lot of people that really hate My Hero Academia.
Yeah, fuck them.
Oh yeah, like older anime nerds hate
Fuck them.
like
Literally.
those
Yeah,
guys.
fuck them.
People enjoy things. God damn it!
Yeah.
I love My Hero Academia for the story.
It's not those titties, it's the story.
Oh, dude, honestly, hot take. That is the creepiest shit they've ever done. Is the like slight sexualization of some of the characters.
I didn't.
It's a Japanese thing, but it just
This is a good tangent because I was just yeah. Go ahead.
I don't like it.
No.
I don't like you. Don't like fan service at all.
No,
At all.
but this is a great tangent because there was a good thing that happened concerning this type of thing. Resident Evil 4, the original Resident Evil 4, Ashley was in a very, very, very short skirt, and whenever like it was very sexualized for a like just into college aged girl being rescued by this mid-30s secret agent.
She is referenced several times as the president's daughter.
As the president's daughter. But in the
daughter.
remake, they gave her leggings, and it's now like a skirt that has built-in shorts. And I was like, yay! Thank you! Because this isn't the point of the goddamn game. This is just the littlest thing that made it so much more enjoyable. I don't know why. It made me so happy when that happened because I was like, we're not here for this. We're here for the shooting of the zombies and the bad guys. We're not here to sexualize a almost teenager. Like
they couldn't give the leggings and the shorts in the first game because they ran out of polygons.
I mean, God. It's the little things that when game and like
Well, it's
anime.
nice.
Oh,
It's nice.
it is because that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to shoot bad zombie people.
Yeah, I know.
It's Resident Evil.
I completely agree with you. I'm
Yeah.
just giving a. I think that's also Resident Evil 4 was in the 90s, and in the 90s
2000 and
was
something.
it 2000? Oh, they remade a game.
Hold on.
I'm very old.
Resident Evil 4
He's
release.
here, by the way.
Oh, 2005, January 11th, 2005.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
It wasn't even 20 years and they remastered. I guess it's fine. It's fine. Who cares?
What do you mean it wasn't even 20 years? Like, they needed to be remastered. God.
I don't know, man. Just,
when was the original Resident Evil? That was not July 14th.
Than The Last of Us.
96. Okay, the original Resident Evil was 96.
Did you know that The Last of Us video game has more remasters than it does actual game release? So there's only 2 games of The Last of Us, but The Last of Us, what is now called The Last of Us Part 1, was remastered from the PS3 to the PS4, and then remastered
PS4 to PS5.
when it got its part from the PS4 to PS5.
Yep.
The Last of Us Part 2 is now being remastered for the PS5.
I mean, that's what happened to freaking Mass Effect. Mass Effect got released on the 360, remastered for the PS4, remastered for the PS5, remastered for the Xbox One, remastered for the PC. I mean, there's only 3 games and got remastered, what, 5 times? So, like, whatever. I don't care anymore.
I just think the Last of Us series is starting to look like glue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
They've beaten that horse so much; it's just starting to look like glue now.
Hey, how else do you make glue?
It's a great game series. I like both of the games a lot, but
yeah,
man, going through Harborview in the second game of The Last of Us Part 2 was probably one of the terrifying experiences ever. The layout of it was completely wrong, but
of course it was. I mean, yeah. I actually had a decent conversation with someone about this at government buildings, even hospitals. Apparently,
you can't recreate.
I was going to say apparently cannot be recreated room for room, and that's because I can't remember the situation. I can't remember, but there was some situation that happened where, like, oh yeah, we found that we could just, like, I think it was a movie that did a police station, like a Dallas PD or something like that, and they're like, yeah, if we really wanted to, we could just know how this is laid out, and that was an issue.
Yeah.
And yeah, absolutely. So I'm not too hard up on that.
Yeah, well, they also Last of Us Part 2. We live in the greater Seattle area, so we know a lot about the city. Last of Us also kind of did the same thing with the transit tunnel under the city, because you go through that, and so like it looked eerily correct, like all the signage was right and stuff, but it was obviously the wrong type of train car, and like between the stations was completely wrong and all this stuff, and that's because I drove a bus through that tunnel and I know that.
Yeah.
I'm in the know. I
Are
know
you?
things.
I've driven an ambulance through that tunnel.
Have you? They let you drive a TriMet through that tunnel? I didn't know that.
It was an AMR when I was up in Seattle, but
AMR?
I mean, the fire department was like, we need to go down here, and we were like, okay, fucking let's go. So we drove down the tunnel, and a whole bunch of bus drivers were like, what the hell? I think it's the right way. It's the underground bus stop you're talking about, right? That has both the train and the bus? Yeah. So
I have no idea. I don't think I've ever seen an ambulance down there, but I think usually if an ambulance has to go down there, everything record scratch, everything comes to a stop.
I did it once
because they can't track you.
Yeah, I did it once.
So that's why.
Never again.
Never again.
Never again.
I don't want to do it ever again.
I don't want.
It's terrifying. I don't want to do it. The trains, planes, and automobiles.
Sure.
What was life?
Who am I? Who are you? Who are you?
We both very much prepared for this podcast today. I can tell.
Hey, we had a 20-minute conversation about anime. This has been pretty good so far, you know?
Yeah, I mean we're doing well. By the way, if you want to watch this if you want to help promote this podcast or will help us pay our bills, we have a Patreon. Bringing this bit back.
Sure. You know what?
and
Here we go. So our Patreon, we have 2 members right now. We have 2 members.
we have 2 members.
2
Oh my goodness.
freaking members. We have
Is
a couple
it
videos.
you and me?
I don't pay for this. This is garbage. We have a couple. We have some content up there. So usually we do an after show, and that's where our after show content's going. I think we're also planning on doing other type of content for our Patreon. Our YouTube channel has grown to 10 subscribers.
Ooh,
Yeah,
we're doing well.
yeah, it's free.
We
Subscribe.
can really drag this bit out now. I like that.
Hey,
let's go.
You know. So we got 10 subscribers there, and yeah, you know, here we are, chilling. Anyway, so I just hate us sometimes.
This is, you know, it's been a weird week for me.
It's just been a weird week. Period. God, I just a lot of things are going on that it's just like, okay, I have found that the winter months get a little weird. It gets a little slapdash, and that's just how it is. Hence why my birthday's in the winter months. But that's okay. It gets a little slapped. Oh well.
We'll have to make sure we plan a little better. We'll check in. We'll check in a couple days before the podcast. We'll start actually coming.
I didn't have any type of free time. That's the thing. I couldn't even.
You were super busy.
Couldn't even think. I couldn't even.
I couldn't think about things. I just. But you are thinking about things. You're thinking about DMing a Pathfinder campaign or something.
I am, and I actually just got approached to DM on my other podcast, the Delta Green campaign. So that's wonderful tie into if you do like tabletop, if you do like different forms of tabletop besides D&D, you should go check out the Reroll podcast on Spotify and any other type of podcasting platform. You know, check me out in Delta Green and the Chronicles of Rel. We did a D&D campaign that was a small little I think 8 episodic Chronicles of Rel. It was very fun. I played a wizard. I fireballed everything.
Trying to set you up for this.
Oh, you did though, and I'm just running with it.
I was just trying to like talk about because we always like when all else fails, we start talking about tabletop.
Oh yeah,
and that's just how it is.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And yeah, no, I enjoy tabletop. You know this. We've already talked about it. And yeah, I'm very excited to try and start running a campaign. I just need to get some dedicated people to do it. You seem to be one of them.
Well, I can tell you what my idea for the house campaign is. If we
okay, what's that? Sorry,
so my idea for the house campaign is a lineage type campaign.
Okay.
Where what I want to do is I want to start us way in the past where nothing's going on. And I want you all to be like, I want everyone will. So in Pathfinder, there's some rules. You can be trained in skills.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be trained in the crafting skill, which will be helpful of their choice. And then with a like a focus in the choice. And I want depending on the race you pick or ancestry, and I won't allow for Dampiers or they're well not you'll understand why in a second. I won't allow Dampiers or anything that has longevity in their lives. Like elves will be probably the longest living thing I'll let you be, because at level 3 or if you're an elf at level 5, your character will die of old age, and you will then pick up however your character made its lineage at level 5, and that will allow me as a DM and you as players to change your class to become something completely different if you want. And then depending on dice rolls, maybe you can pick up a mixed ancestry or like story wise, like, you know, because you're exploring, you're trying to figure out, you're trying to expand the knowledge of where you are. So that takes time. You never know. Like maybe your character doesn't die, but maybe like, you know, your character has the option of like setting up a city so your character doesn't move on. So you just become a different person of this giant caravan that's kind of rolling. I wanted to make you guys like the tip of the spear to make basically infrastructure for like trying to sprawl like in explorers. Like you're not like in a exploring group. You're like a couple civilizations that came together and we should map out the realm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're doing. And so like you're like
so it's Death Stranding in Pathfinder.
Death Stranding.
That's what you're making is Death Stranding. Make these roads, deliver these packages. We need to make it across the
'cause
United States.
I'm not gonna have you make any roads or
No,
anything.
I know it was a
I'm just
facetious
trying to like,
joke.
yeah,
Yeah,
trying to get like more of a an idea of like that, and this is why I'm like kind of workshopping with people. I want like to see how it sounds like, and I want people to, instead of like design a character, think about a lineage of characters kind of thing. That's kind of what I want to like think
I'm
about
going
and
to
all
make the
that stuff.
Pony Express.
The Pony Express.
Pony
You
Express.
gonna deliver mail?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. It's a needed thing.
True.
Yeah,
It could be. It could be. My idea is more of like, because like I basically want to make like for my world, I want like thousands of years. Like in you play a Dark Souls game or Elden Ring or something like that. All the lore you get is from like 1,000 years ago, kind of stuff. And like you're just living in the reasons it happens. I kind of want to make that lore in my world, but I want to let my players do it, right? I want to like have a group where they do it, right?
mm-hmm.
Because there's like, of course, there's so many gaps in my world that you could like fall through them, but like I wanna like let my players do it because um there's already been a big event. The house campaign is done, so I feel like all this, I kind of want the house campaign to always be in the past and like stuff like that. And so
That
like
makes
then
sense.
the online campaign see the repercussions of what the house campaign
Yeah,
has done.
that makes sense.
So
Yeah, we had a very cool situation. This was back in D&D 4, where we were playing a campaign. Excuse me, where the DM was DMing two campaigns, two completely separate campaigns, and our campaign was going from west to east in this world, and then the other
you're going from
campaign was
east to
east to
west.
west. Now we were getting news from the East Coast, and so we were playing the good campaign, and they were playing the evil campaign. We had no idea at the time. And so it was like terror, pillaging, like treachery on the East Coast, and they were getting a whole bunch of like these things called, oh yeah, no, the West Coast is prospering. There's all these things that are happening, new things are popping up, the nature is blooming, and so they're like, okay, what's coming? And we're doing the same thing. We met in the center of the country. The last game was everybody meets together. Guess what we're doing? Only
You're
one of your
fighting.
teams fight, or only one of your teams win.
Only one lives.
Luckily, I was playing a paladin at the time.
Oh no. And 4 had all the good and bad, right? Still.
Luckily, oh yeah, luckily.
Oh, you smited
Oh,
some
oh,
boys.
oh, luckily, if you're an evil character in 4, I could smite you for I think I
Hmm.
think quadruple of the damage. So I ran up to their
Um
barbarian and just went pink, and he was down. I was like, "Hi, bop."
it's actually
Uh,
wild. It's wild how that works.
yeah.
Just the fact that you can like smite and like paladins are wild in 4. And
I
it's
love
interesting is
paladins.
Pathfinder second edition, the remastering of it, they finally got rid of all that stuff.
Oh,
They finally got rid of like, well, so they got rid of the good evil damage because no one was doing it and just everyone was playing neutral characters,
sure.
and then like it was just another thing the DM had to deal with. Smite's still super
Oh
powerful,
yeah, of
don't get
course.
that wrong, and
Smite's always
they've
going to be
made
powerful.
different smites now, but like the just the absolute like they've redone it. They've redone all their they remastered redid all the schools of magic, by the way. Like there's still like transmute and all that stuff, but like the actual schools, like they have like just like as a wizard you can join a school now, and it has like your curriculum. You'll learn spells from your
Nice.
school,
I
and it's
like
like,
that.
yeah,
I like that a lot.
it's like paladins is the same. Paladins are basically gone down the path of like if you break your code, you lose all your powers.
Yeah.
But like there's very unique codes of stuff now. It's not.
Nice.
It's more like how you have to behave, not so much how good you are, kind
Nice.
of thing.
Yeah, I like
So
that.
I like it better.
Well, it'll be interesting to play when I get around to playing it. Um I'm not going to be DMing Delta Green for a while, which I'm actually really excited to DM. I think our Delta Green campaign is wrapping up, which has been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun to really to play Delta Green.
Paranormal campaigns are fun.
Hmm?
The paranormal campaign seems like a lot of fun. You guys do a
Yeah.
lot of what I can just things Rage could be here or Aaron. I'm Aaron now. Aaron hears from across the room is
Yeah.
wild.
Well, I just love playing a normal person that gets thrown into that situation. And I think my not to spoil anything because I'm sure everybody's gonna go listen to it. But I think the campaign that I'm going to roll is going to be very much so. If how do I put this? If paranormal met with uh kind of like a Indiana Jones-esque timeline,
This seems so unlike you. I can't
I
imagine.
wouldn't have guessed.
I can't imagine you have
Oh,
a bunch of
it's
desert
I'm going to
people,
I'm going to
like people in the
no, I'm
desert
going
doing
no,
archaeology.
I'm going to
No,
last crusade them. And that won't mean anything to anybody until they start listening to it and go, "Oh, fuck, he did last crusade us." It makes so much sense now. But, you know,
you do realize in Delta Green you could just make a character that is Indiana Jones
yeah, of course you can.
appear
Yeah, of course I can. I'm not going to, but of course I
and
can.
just be an actor.
I was paid to be here.
You should make it. No, you should make an NPC. Do you make NPCs in Delta Green at all? Do you think as a
Yeah.
DM, or you should make an NPC that's an actor for a for like a person who'd be like Indiana Jones in your game. So it's just make them absolutely get ripped to shreds by the paranormal. That's she's so funny to me.
So sad. Um yeah, but I'm excited to do that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to work with the people we've got on the podcast. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then I'm very excited to hopefully start a Pathfinder campaign. That is definitely something that I really want to have happen. I've never DM'd Pathfinder, but you know, can't be that hard. I've played the system Pathfinder.
There's a lot of
So
rules.
I mean, there's always going to be a lot of rules. Look at Delta Green.
Like I
It's
found
a
out you
light
don't.
system, but it's still a lot of rules. So, yeah.
Well, I found out when you long rest, you don't get your health back in Pathfinder.
Interesting.
Hmm?
So how do you get
You
your
only get
do
you
you
only get your you
legitimately
get your level plus your you get your health back via your level and a Constitution modifier.
so you do get health back.
Yeah, you do, but you don't
But
full
you
heal.
get your level, so like level 4 you get 4
Mm-hmm.
plus your 3 constitution modifier.
Mm-hmm.
And groovy. That's actually
So
I
I
kind of
made a
like that.
roll. But there's the other thing is if anyone has a healer's kit, they can and they're trained in medicine, they can do every hour they can try to treat wounds on everyone.
Mm.
And so it takes 10 minutes to do it per person, and if the healer succeeds, they heal like 2d8. So
I mean that
it's
makes
a short
sense
rest
though.
mechanic. That's why, and you can see for the evolution of that, like that's like 3.5 rules apparently, and you can see how in 5e that's why short rests are an hour long because
Yeah.
in an hour the healer's going to go around and do all that. I kind of just wrote in a thing where if like the characters take 3 hours to do it, I'll full heal them because I assume at that point because how annoying would it be? There's only one person trained in medicine in our group. How annoying would it be if that healer fails to treat wounds on you 3 times in a row?
Right.
So that's my thing is if they have 3 hours of downtime, I will heal them because there's not a lot of downtime in my campaign because they're kind of trapped in a nightmare. So it's like I can't like because also if there's any downtime in the game, they have if there's more of a day of downtime, they
Mm-hmm.
heal.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure is the ruling on it
Mm.
because you go into downtime mode and it's
Yeah.
just like we're not gonna ever have that.
Yeah.
Not for a while.
That's fair.
So,
Yeah.
um,
That's fair. I'm just very much so more excited to DM again. I do miss it. I didn't think I was going to, but I do miss it.
I'm
Is
excited to be your player.
Yeah, no, it should be fun.
I haven't been a player since the last time
Yeah.
I was your player.
I'm sorry you died.
That's fine.
Yeah, reroll.
I have like 5 characters in
That
front of me,
one
but I'm
died
just
too.
gonna either if I don't make them in your campaign, I'm just going to make them NPCs.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
It's so
I
easy.
used
Like
Tavrith as an NPC before. he absolutely wrecked face and left, and he was just like, "All right, see you later." You know,
I really just want to play the bird person, the
the
Tengu with a cat.
bird person.
The warlockish thing I was
Yeah.
talking to you about with the, so it's just like a winged humanoid with a cat. And I'm like, that's funny. I like that.
No, it'll be a
So,
lot of fun. Yeah. So,
anyway, you want to wrap it up today?
you-
It's only been 54 minutes, but
sure. You know,
let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
We'll make it a short one. We'll come back next week stronger, better.
Yeah.
I will try to I'll try to make a poll in the Discord, maybe make some talking points for us. That we can always go to the almighty Reddit if people want us to do that. To like
Yeah.
there's so much we can farm Reddit all day if we want to.
Oh god, I could get angry at Reddit.
Well, no, not even that. There's just like people where it's like, is this like there's like Reddits where it's like, do you consider this weird stuff?
Yeah,
Like we
yeah.
could do that stuff, but like
We should do a am I the asshole and debate those.
a lot of people do that, but I'm down to try it maybe once as a special occasion.
No. Anyway,
that kind of stuff's...
quick thank you. Quick shout out to Schism and Snoops, our 2 Patreons.
2 patrons.
Our 2 patrons. Thank you very much. You do not need, but we appreciate the support. We really do. Very cool. Very cool of you. We're going to record the after show that you get to listen to on the Patreon.
You have no idea what we're talking about. It's been a wild day. A wild week for us. I don't know if I'm gonna say wild. It's just been an off week. You've been busy. I've been having a funk
Up the jam.
Yeah, and that's
all right. Well, take care, everybody. Thank you for watching.
bye.
Bye.